Hello, I'm Kathleen Hall, and this is the way I see it.
I'm Ken Pierre, and this is the way I see it.
So, our tip for today is going to be really, it's like the simplest, most easy tip to live your best life. Yeah, it's a sustainable practice that you will have forever. It's National Meditation Month. So, that's what we wanted to talk about today in just for a few minutes. I grew up in a childhood that was very violent and just very anxiety producing, challenging to say the least. And I carried that into my adulthood. So I spent a lot of my life trying to outdrink it, outrun it. I became almost a workaholic, work, and I still struggle with working.
You are.
I love to work. And tried everything. Exercise, that was when the Jane Fonda leg warmers and all that stuff was in, and I got to some puny little tiny thing. So I tried everything to get rid of this anxiety, and then interlaced with some depression. So it was a lot, and I would say, I don't know about you if you've ever been chronically anxious, but it's a anxiety. Stress is stress, but anxiety is hell. Yeah.
Dr. Hall, before you, I was trying to run away from it as well.
Yeah.
Like, I did everything like you said as well. I drink it out. I couldn't smoke because I was in the military, get randomly drug tested. I would be super distant from my family, like try to figure it out on my own. A lot of my friends and ex-significant others told me that I masked it very well, but when they got close to me, they would realize I did have I was super vulnerable. So I would, they would see a side of me no one's ever seen, not even my mom. So that's when I realized I had a problem and I needed to.
Yeah, and that's the thing about whether it's type A or super achievers too, is you look so really great on the outside, and you mask it, and it is exhausting. It's the most exhausting life.
Mine always running, always going.
So I had hit the brick wall, had a huge catastrophe, the loss of a child that we were going to adopt. But anyway, it was horrible, and the anxiety was through the roof. And a neighbor of mine named Wanda, a real name, believe it or not, invited me to a meditation class. And I said, yeah, just what I need in the middle of all of this hell is meditation. She said, just come and listen to what he says. So I did. And that was the beginning of my life. That was way over, 35 years ago. And it changed my life. I can't tell you how it changed my life. It's became slowly, if you get a great teacher, it becomes the anchor. It becomes your taproot. It becomes your default to your life, that no matter what happens, instead of acting out, you know to trust and to surrender to that inward and downward movement into yourself. And you listen, you become aware in a different way. You are proactive in your life instead of reactive.
Yeah.
It changed my marriage, my relationship, my careers. I changed careers. But I can't tell you, no drinking. That stopped, God knows, 35 years ago. So everything stopped. It was an amazing door opening, and I've done it ever since. And that, went into yoga, and that's how I got to be a stress expert, and also got into mindfulness and mindful living. It's huge. It's a life-changing thing. And so those of you that think of it as only certain people do it, I can't do it. Everybody can. It's just, remember, it's kind of like this portal of heaven in the middle. And think of it as spokes on a wheel. There's different entry points. So some people that have ADD or ADHD or a little more active mind can't go maybe in through pure silence at the beginning. Other people need a mantra, being able to say the same short phrase like, I am strong, I surrender, whatever. Another person may be musically inclined, and they may want some music in the background, soft, quiet music as they go into it. Someone like myself, I'm very much, as he knows, into nature and birds. I may want a nature app that's very slow and quiet. So some people are visual. I have them either imagine or look at purple or blue. Imagery. Yeah, if they're the same color. Guided imagery. Some people, they're amazing guided imagery tapes, and we have a product review on one of them on our website at rmln.com. But guided imagery is huge. When I've been to the peak of anxiety, when the wheels are off and I really am overloaded, I really do have to have somebody calm me down. And so that is still, because I lived with so much PTSD my whole life, that'll take me right down. And I'm
Yeah.
used to Belarus voice, so she has one for stress, for anxiety, for anything. So anyway, there are different ways in. So don't think, oh, I tried that one and it didn't work. Please, again, you can go to our site, you can write in and I'll suggest things, but it is for everybody. It's not just for a certain select few.
You definitely, when you start meditation, you do have a different sense of awareness. Like I feel like I'm totally aware, and I'm in the moment. Like I'm definitely not trying to escape. What I need to do. It's a different level of focus, and it feels.
Don't you think that when you come from a calm, it's like a calm piece of a calm water or a stillness, that it's a different life than the exhaustion of managing anxiety and then managing the world out of it. There's just no way to do it. There's no way, because one feeds the other like the circle 8, and then it just keeps growing and growing.
You gotta work on it like an exercise.
And I tell people, and I'm sure you do, since we do this, there are simple meditation apps now that in the old days you didn't have them. To start with something like Calm, you can go and we have links to that.
Yep.
Yeah, Calm app. Another one is, which I love and I've used for a long time, is Insight Meditation app. And I love that because you can hook up with communities that are meditating. You see everybody, it shows the planet Earth, everybody meditating at the same time. And you can join different meditation groups. I love Insight Meditation app. And Gaia online, GAIA.com. They have meditation teachers that you look at. They have yoga. They have teaching lessons, everything from chakras to energy. So if you're curious about different forms of health, and most of these things are all science-backed, by the way. This is an area fairy spirituality. This is alternative and complementary and integrative medicine. Okay, so whether it's Duke, Stanford, Emory, we're all using these practices now.
I agree.
So, and before we leave, just one simple thing. Also, I forgot we have a meditation room. What am I thinking about?
I was going to say.
Mindful Living TV. So you can go to our meditation room. We have an ocean, a sunrise, a sun setting, me helping you do a guided silent meditation.
And what I'll do also, I'll put internal links for all of these things that we're talking about. So you can check in our description. You'll be able to, just click on anything. It'll go directly straight into the App Store, wherever you need, so you can get it immediately straight from our links.
Right. And the key is don't give up. If you go till you find a great teacher, somebody you trust and you like. These apps are fine, but a teacher's great because when things come up for you, whether it's childhood issues, work issues, your spouse, whatever, rage, anger, fear, a good teacher can help you see that as a message and navigate the storm. And instead of pushing it down with the other anxiety where it gets, suppress it and gets confused like a blended vegetable soup, you can actually clearly focus on, this is a carrot, this is a pea, and you figure out with real clarity. And then you can move on with your life in a very different way. Because that's what we're here for. That's what the Mindful Living Network, and I really believe the sincere purpose of Ken and I, is anxiety is growing at infinite proportions right now, and stress and depression and everything, and we just want to help the mindful community and people learn how to live really a rich life because when you've lived in the hell that I personally can only speak for myself have lived in with your mind and fear and anxiety and all that stuff, to find the peace and live with peace and serenity and confidence, it's a different world.
It's a definitely different world, and it feels like heaven on earth.
Yeah, that's a good way. So thank you.
My name is Ken Pierre. This is the way that I see it.
And I'm Kathleen Hall. This is the way I see it. Thank you.
Have a good day.